Down on the Upside was Soundgarden's fifth studio album. It came out in 1996 on A&M Records. The band would break up at this time, reuniting years later on what would be their final ever release, King Animal, which came out in November of 2012. So here's the album. I picked this up years ago, way back in like 2002, around there, and it was a really good pickup. It's a really cool album. You got the whole fold out thing going on here. Got a booklet inside. Got all the lyrics and stuff like that in there. So it's a really good release from Soundgarden. A really awesome album with a ton of cool songs on there. Let's go check it out. So we start off with Pretty Noose. Now this has always been one of my favorite Soundgarden songs. It's an awesome song. It was the first single to be released from the album, and according to Cornell, Pretty Noose is about, quote, an attractively packaged bad idea, something that seems great at first and then comes back to bite you. It starts off with that distinctive, really cool guitar riff on the intro, which plays over, and then we get into the hard-hitting verses of the song. I caught the moon today, pick it up and throw it away alright, and fall out and take the bait, eat the fruit and kiss the snake goodnight. Just sounds so cool, right? The music video blends animation with various scenes of the band members in a bar, an exotic dancer, Matt Cameron riding on a motorcycle, Ben Shepherd being arrested, a tattoo parlor, and Cornell in a bedroom. Cornell's controlled screaming on this track is brilliant, and it is a great song to start this album with. Next up is Rhinosaur, and I just gotta say that's such a cool name for a song, right? Rhinosaur. It's like a cross between a rhinoceros and a dinosaur. Really cool song name. There are some good lyrics written here by Cornell in this one, with only bending when you break, only feeding when you're cold, only healing when you ache, and only feeling when you don't. It's a cool song. Then we go into Zero Chance. Now this would have to be one of my favorite tracks from the album. It's a slower track. It has a mellow, haunting sound to it, and it draws you right in. A song like this really does set the tone for the album and the overall feel and vibe of what's to come. Some really nice lyrics written here by Chris too. And now Dusty. This song picks the tempo back up and features a lyric from the album title. I think it's turning back on me. I'm down on the upside. Again, another cool song name. Soundgarden were always creative with their song names. This song overall has a pretty positive vibe to it, and it's a nice track. Now on to track number 5, Ty Cobb. It was the fourth single released from the album, and it is a non-stop 3-minute punk rock ride, which was actually originally titled Hot Rod Death Toll. However, the lyrics of the song reminded bassist Ben Shepherd of the baseball player Ty Cobb so much that the song title was actually changed. However, Chris Cornell stated that, quote, we weren't writing the song about Ty Cobb at all. I didn't even know anything about him. I was just thinking of a character who was a combination of a lot of people I've met and didn't like. Now on to what many consider the Soundgarden anthem. It's Blow Up the Outside World. This song was released as the band's third single from the album and featured a music video where Cornell is being tied down to a chair while being watched by scientists. It also features the band performing the song in a room which is eventually blown up. The lyrics for the song could be seen as quite bleak, with Cornell saying, quote, at the time of writing, I was a little effed up. But it's a big song, almost clocking in at 6 minutes long, with Cornell repeating the line, blow up the outside, for about 1 minute straight at the end of the song. And next up is the second single to be released from Down on the Upside. It's Burden in My Hand. The song spent 5 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard mainstream rock charts back in 1996 and became the most successful song from the album on the American rock charts. The song opens with only Cornell's voice over a strumming guitar and the drums entering in when the chorus hits. I shot my love today, would you cry for me? I lost my head again, would you lie for me? And now we hit track number 8, one of the shorter songs from the album. It's called Never Named. It's a short, fun song with Cornell singing, I'm just a baby who looks like a boy. There's actually a line in there which goes, I got my father's sense and my big brother's pants. And I always thought that line was, and my big brown ass pants. I actually thought that to this day, but never mind. Let's move on. Track number 9 is Apple Bite. It clocks in at just over 5 minutes, and the start of a song is slow and dark music that would almost fit a horror movie if it wanted to. It's a slow-paced track with Cornell singing in a deeper, haunting tone in parts, singing the line, "It's only forever." And as we hit track 10, it's another interesting Soundgarden song title with Never the Machine Forever, with the music and the lyrics for this one actually being written by lead guitarist Kim Thale. It's a steady rocker with Cornell belting out the lyrics from start to finish. Next up, it's Tighter and Tighter. Again, it's a slower paced song from a record, and I really like this track as it builds with Cornell singing the lyrics, "Sleep tight for me, I'm gone," and "I hope it's a sweet ride here for me tonight." Nice song. It's also the longest song on the album too, clocking in at just over 6 minutes. And the album ramps it up again with the rocker No Attention. This is one really cool track which features a really awesome tempo change part around the 2-minute 36-second part of the song, so check that out. And it just rocks out big time with Cornell singing, "They're gonna tell you where to walk, when to smile, and just what to say." This actually has to be one of my favorite moments from the album overall. It's just awesome. Check that one out. Track number 13 is Switch Opens. The song has a cool vibe to it, with Cornell singing the line, "Switch is on," in the chorus. It's a nice wee track here. This track leads into Overfloater, which clocks in at just over 5 minutes. It's a slower paced rocker, with Cornell singing, "Nothing's gonna pinch this nerve of mine, I wanna make it right." The verses are quiet and stark until Cornell breaks out in the chorus, "I'm on the wire, over and higher, over the pretense, over the spire, on and connected, I'm overfloating now." Cool song. On to track number 15 now, and Unkind. It's a short rocker with the lyrics and music being written by bassist Ben Shepherd. The song features a cool sounding chorus with Cornell singing, "On the storm, it's time to go." And on to track 16. This is the final song from what really is a mammoth of an album, and this is definitely in my top 3 tracks from the album. It's Boot Camp. Here Cornell sings, "I must obey the rules, I must be tame and cool, and like babies on display, like angels in a cage." The song features a cool repeated riff with a phaser-like effect. It's a mellow track and a great way to close off this record. So this album may not have been as hard-hitting and hard-out rock as other Soundgarden records, but that's cool. It was the last album they did together before they broke up, and some people say when you look at the album cover, it's quite telling how they're all standing apart. And I'm guessing that's Kim Thale walking away on the left-hand side there, so I guess you could look at it that way. But it's a great Soundgarden album, some really good songs on here. The lyrics are strong, the singing from Cornell is as good as ever. There's a slightly more experimental overall vibe going on here. It's a big album, 16 tracks, and yeah, check it out if you haven't. It's a good listen. So going into some of my standout tracks from the album, definitely Pretty Noose, Zero Chance as well. Obviously the singles Blow Up the Outside World and Burden in My Hand. Tighter and Tighter and No Attention, they're really good songs. And also the final track from the album, Boot Camp, really, really good song. So that's my review, guys. Thanks heaps for checking it out. Of course, we are right up on the 2-year anniversary of Chris Cornell's passing, so rest in peace, brother. Be sure to give us a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and we will catch you next time.